OpenAI just gave ChatGPT the ability to use a computer for you, which means we're finally getting that bit closer to making a Black Mirror episode reality. ChatGPT Agent lets premium users, people with money, delegate entire tasks. The agent operates in its own virtual environment, browsing websites visually, running code, filling out forms, and connecting to things like Gmail and even your calendar to actually get the work done. It was a big enough announcement to have Sam Altman himself show off just how capable it really is, by having it help prepare for a wedding and even book a vacation. Technical benchmarks show it's scoring over 45% in speed spreadsheet bench compared to Microsoft's Copilot, sad 20%, suggesting that ChatGPT learned Excel better than Microsoft's own AI. They're emphasizing the whole you're always in control angle, with constant permission requests requiring users' approval for sensitive actions like sending an email or website logins, which depending on your workflow may interrupt you just enough for you to get fed up and do the task yourself. While the agent does appear to be a little bit slow, if it turns out that it's actually capable, and it's a bit of an if, then you can think of it as hiring someone in a completely different time zone. The work gets done, you're just not there to watch it. It's great. Google just rolled out AI Summaries in its discovery feed, and publishers, I'm sure, are going to have a little bit of a panic attack. The feature uses Gemini to generate little summaries of the news articles right there in your feed. So you can kind of get a gist without actually, having to click through to the article and read it yourself. Which sounds convenient until you realize that publishers actually make money when people actually visit their websites. The whole give and take philosophy. And data from SimilarWeb shows that zero-click searches from news already jumped from 56 to 69% after Google launched AI overviews last year. So basically, Google trained its AI on everyone's content, and now it's using that AI to make sure that no one visits the site that created the content in the first place. Google says that summaries help users decide which pages they want to visit. Come on, Google. That's like saying a movie spoiler helps you decide if you want to watch the movie or not. Some publishers had been clinging to Discover as their last reliable traffic source from Google, and that's also now getting the AI treatment too. At this rate, the entire journalism industry is going to be 3 people writing stories for Google's Gemini to summarize while everyone else sells NFTs. NFTs are still a thing, right? And Google is not done just yet. They just launched a feature that allows Gemini to call local businesses for you. Great for those of us, who don't actually want to speak to real people. You say, search for pet groomers near me. Click on the Have AI Check Pricing, answer a few quick questions, and boom, Google's calling around town like your personal assistant. Businesses with good Google rankings get more of these calls, creating a beautiful dystopia where SEO score determines whether robots think that you're actually worth talking to. Depending on your view, this is either going to be great for businesses because they get qualified leads, or terrible because now they're going to get bombarded with calls from AI all day long. Google says it's creating opportunities for businesses to book customers, but I'm betting most shop owners would rather talk to, humans than field calls from an AI called Gemini. The feature is currently available in 45 states in the US, excluding Indiana, Louisiana, Minnesota, Montana, Nebraska, and I'm not sure why they're excluded, but I'm sure it's safe to assume that it's because they did something really terrible to Google. And naturally, if you pay for Google AI Pro, you get to make more calls to businesses per month, because nothing says premium experience like outsourcing your adulting to a machine. You know that crushing feeling when you realize that 90% of your job is paperwork and 10% is actually work? Well, a coalition of billionaire philanthropists just decided to throw $1 billion at fixing that, aimed at helping social workers, public defenders, and parole officers just for now. They're calling it Next Ladder Ventures. Look, what can I say? They're not great at names. The venture will develop AI tools to help handle those soul-crushing admin tasks that keep frontline workers from, actually helping people. It's being funded by the Gates Foundation and the Bulmer Group, and alongside some hedge fund guys who have some real empathy. Anthropic's providing the AI muscle with Claude model and about 1.5 million in actual support. The philosophy is humans helping humans, meaning AI does the boring stuff while humans handle the parts that require actual compassion, which is actually really refreshing to hear. They're being weirdly honest about the risk too, with experts warning this could actually backfire and increase inequality, which is kind of like McDonald's warning you about cholesterol. It's a bit unexpected, but probably necessary. The 15-year commitment suggests that they understand that fixing systemic poverty with large language models might take a little smidgen more than a week and hackathon. And Meta's commitment to spending hundreds of billions on AI infrastructure isn't just big, it's Manhattan big. Literally, according to Zuckerberg, who says one of these clusters will cover a significant part of that footprint. They're constructing these Titan clusters with mythological names like Prometheus in Ohio at 1 gigawatt and Hyperion in Louisiana scaling up to a massive 5 gigawatts. To put that into perspective, 5 gigawatts is enough to power San Francisco twice over. In order to leverage this amazing infrastructure, Zuckerberg has been on a recruitment drive, with some sources saying packages of up to 300 million over 4 years have been proposed. And this just in, I'm now a self-proclaimed AI researcher, so Zuck, feel free to hit me up. Look mate, I'll even do you a favor, I'll join for 1/3 of that package. I mean, that's a pretty good deal if you ask me. The poaching from Google, OpenAI, Apple, basically anyone who's written an AI line of code and doesn't mind working for a company that brought us the metaverse. Leading this supercharge is the new Meta Superintelligent Labs, headed by Alexander Wang and Nat Friedman, who promise the greatest compute per researcher in the industry. Of course, all this compute comes with consequences. Reports from Georgia suggest that one of their facilities has dried up local wells, which seems like a kind of problem you want to solve with regular intelligence before you move on to, this super variety. But what do I know? I'm sure that superintelligence will figure that out after they solve the more pressing issues like why anyone actually still uses Facebook. And the first AI generated final shot in a Netflix original has finally aired, and it only took them 3 months to tell us about it. The Turnout, featuring a building collapse created by generative AI because traditional visual effects would have blown out their budget faster than the actual building itself. The AI apparently finished the job 10 times quicker than human artists, which is incredibly efficient or incredibly depressing, depending on which side of the rendering farm you're sitting on. The creators were reportedly thrilled with the results, though I kind of imagine they'd be equally thrilled with any resolution that didn't end up in production bankruptcy. And that's it for this week. Stay tuned for another week in AI next week.